Hi, Chappie. First of all, thanks so much for doing an interview with me. So let me ask you a couple questions here. How old were you when you knew you wanted to be a police officer?
Oh my goodness. Originally I thought that I was going to go and follow my dad's steps and go in to be a firefighter. I was working as an EMT when I was 18 to 21. And as I was going to calls, for EMT stuff, especially 911 calls, and then I'd see the police show up, I was like, that is cool. That's something that I wanted to do. And so I tested when I was 21 years old, and I wound up getting hired just 8 months after that.
Very cool.
Yeah.
All right. So it seems that you really found your calling. And how did your rise within the department go?
Well, when you first get out of the academy, you're assigned to a specific station, and then you immediately go to patrol. A lot of people think that you might go straight to detective work if you want, but you don't. You go to patrol. And I worked several areas within the city of San Diego, Northern Division, Beach Team, down in City Heights, Southeast San Diego, and I moved around in there. And then during those times, I also had the opportunity to become a member of the SWAT team, and then eventually a member of the SWAT sniper team. Other aspects that I did during the time that I was there, I tested and was accepted for the field training officer position to train new officers that would come onto the department, and also a member of our emergency vehicle operations course instructor. So it was there's a lot of variations that you can do within the department once you get there, and then eventually promoted to detective.
It sounds exciting. Very cool.
Thanks.
So then, in addition to that, you also did the cadet program?
Yeah, during my time as a patrol officer, I went in and started working with the cadets. The cadets are 16 to 21-year-old young men and women who have an aspiration to potentially be law enforcement officers, or if not, it's a great volunteering experience to get them to do things within the community that they can put on the resume to be whatever they want in the world. And a lot of those kids did eventually go on to be officers, whether that was here in San Diego or somewhere else. I was just happy to see them out there, doing something. I became one of the core instructors for their physical fitness stuff, so I would run their physical fitness in their academy and run obstacle courses and made it fun for them and help them get a little bit in shape.
Very cool, Chappie, very cool.
Thanks.
So how do you tie in with the FBI?
When I became a detective, I went straight to the Vice Operations Unit, and one of the things that I keyed in on there dealt specifically with domestic human trafficking. And so when we started working that, there was really only one detective that was handling that. And then when I started doing it, it just kind of became my niche. It became a passion for me as to something I wanted to do. So hooked up with the FBI, who has what's called the Innocence Lost Task Force. And they deal specifically with child prostitution and domestic human trafficking here in the United States. And we brought one of those task force here to San Diego. So in addition to myself, 2 people on our department, 2 FBI agents, and then detectives from Oceanside and Escondido, we developed our own task force and started working together to fight domestic human trafficking.
Wow. Wow. Yeah, that's amazing.
Thank you.
Let me tell you, I really admire what you do. You make a huge difference in the world. I mean, you really make it a better place, chap.
Thank you.
So what is one thing that you would like to pass on to an aspiring enforcement officer, someone who's interested in doing what you do?
Oh, my goodness. First, you got to keep your head straight. That's the number one thing that people falter on, is the fact that they think that, especially when they're younger, that what they do as a kid doesn't affect them in the future, and you quickly come to find out that if you want a job in some sort of government position, whether that's firefighter or law enforcement, you got to keep your head on straight. Do good, take the time to volunteer and do those extracurricular things that instead of just sitting on the couch. Being in shape is a huge deal, and the academy is not an easy aspect. It's paramilitary style, so you got to make sure that you are out there running, you're taking care of yourself, you're trying to do your best to eat right, and just basically stay in shape. After that, the thing is just get out and get some life experience. Go out and do things that, whether that's a job at Subway or whether that's an actual, job at some, electrical company or security or whatever. Go out and do something and show that you can actually, hold a job, do good at it, and work hard to be better at it no matter what it is, and that will go a long way for you in the future as a law enforcement officer.
Great. Well, Chappie, I wanted to just say thanks a lot for hanging out with us this morning and taking the time to answer questions. Super cool of you.
You're welcome anytime.